guys, now I'm going to do my final review for today until I get all my products here. I wanted to review, and I've been wanting to review them for a while, but I haven't really started. There's a person that I follow on YouTube, Eurasian Nikki. I'm going to post a link to her YouTube page below. If you have never seen any of her reviews, check her out because this girl makes me laugh like crazy. But she's also tells you a lot of really good things. She had been doing videos on contact lenses. I'm a huge fan of colored lenses. I don't wear them as often as I would like to, but when I do get ones that I really, really like, I do stick to them. This is my eye color kind of up close in natural light. It's a little cloudy outside. I have brown eyes, and they have a little bit of green around the outside edge. I do have naturally kind of a limbo ring. But they don't, like from farther back here, my eyes are brown. They look kind of brighter on camera right here, but I mean, they're medium darkness. They're not the darkest brown out there, but they're definitely harder to cover. A lot of contacts I find, like the inner pupil area will be so large that it shows my brown through. And the colors that I like to do, green, you can kind of get away with that. Blues, you can't, and I love grays and lavenders. And so I haven't found a contact lens that doesn't make my eye look huge. A lot of ones that I find, the color area is so much bigger, or it's got such a solid limbo ring, which is that darker edge of color around the outside, that it makes my eyes look very unnatural. I look like a zombie or a vampire, which people already think I do to begin with, so let's not, extend that myth. So with these, I was excited to try out a product that she had actually promoted. It was the Soleko Queen Solitaire lenses. I purchased these probably like 4 months ago. These are supposed to last about 3 months, but if you take good care of them and you're not wearing them on a daily basis, though you can. If you take really good care of your contacts, you can keep them longer. I'm sure you're not supposed to, but I definitely do because for the price, these are medium price. They're not the most expensive contacts out there by far, but they're definitely not the cheapest, but I think they're good quality. I got my contacts from lensmarketplace.com. Great company. The one time I did have to contact them and stuff, they were super nice. They responded really quickly. They shipped the item out within 2 days, which is nice. I think it took, because it is an overseas carrier, I think it took 14 days total to get mine, which really isn't that bad considering customs and whatnot can hold it for up to 30 days. So anticipate that. Don't expect it to be an item that you're going to get in a day or two, but they do definitely get it here as quickly as possible. It comes in a really pretty gold packaging, which I don't have the packaging anymore, but it's this nice little pearlized box, and they actually have an example of it on their website, which I will link their website below. The color that I got was their light green, or their Verde. It's not the most apparent. Sometimes people can't even tell I have contacts in, even people who know me, until they notice it and then they say, oh, you have your contacts in. But they do kind of a nice color change, and I will put them in here in a second. Information-wise, it's available in 8 different colors. The next one I'm probably going to try is the Pearl, which is kind of a grayed out, like a white one. So I'm really interested in seeing one that's more of an extreme, but this is more of if you want kind of a subtle change. It's a really pretty color. I really do like it, but size-wise, it doesn't have a defined limbo ring on the outside. It actually almost makes my eyes look smaller than they actually are, which is kind of awesome. Don't normally get that from a contact, so I am happy about it with that. It is in British pounds on the website. It's $29.75, which at the current exchange rate comes to $45.11. So I did pay around that. I paid about $45, and I think I could be wrong on this portion, so you probably won't know until you really order them, but I think I paid about $10 for shipping. I remember it being under $60 when I ordered it. So again, it is kind of on the pricier side, but they really are good for what you get for them. They're super, super comfy, so I can't complain. I do have super sensitive eyes that dry out really easily, and these didn't really dry out my eyes. Like, I didn't need to add drops or anything. The first time you wear them, you're only going to want to wear them for a few hours, but you could wear them for the full 8 hours. But I would recommend wearing them if you're not used to contacts, wearing them for maybe about half that time, 4 hours in the beginning, and then next day extending it by a couple hours so that you can have that comfort zone. Personally, these, I think you could get away with it because when I put them on my eye, I find that I feel them for a couple minutes, but after that, you really do kind of forget about them. What's nice is they really stay in place. They don't drift around, where a lot of ones that I've gotten before, they kind of sit offset to my eye, and I think that's the shape of my eye. But you can always see like one side, like an edge of my actual iris, and that's your colored area. And on these, the pupil's a lot smaller. So I'm going to go ahead and stop right here. I'm going to go put them in. I'm terrible at putting them in, so I don't want to do it on camera because there may just be a lot of crying and just some awfulness. And it could take forever. So I will be right back. Okay, for the purposes of this video, I went ahead and just put one in so you can see the difference. Because when people see me in person with both, they don't always notice the huge difference right away. But I think this way you can see a good comparison. I am sitting in front of a really bright light outside, so you are able to see some of the inner coloring of my own iris peeking through. As you can see, as like I'm looking around and stuff, the contact is not shifting around. And because they have the light color going all the way to the edge without the limbal ring, the outside edge, it covers my iris completely. And I kind of like it because with the color of the green, it's not really a green. They do have a jade that is really green, and then they have a light blue. This, I feel, is more in between, because if you look at it, it's kind of a, like almost like a teal, like a turquoisey color. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the second one so you can see the full effect of it real quick. Okay, so this is both of them in. Again, you're going to have to forgive the really bright light behind it, because then you can see the middle. But when I'm in like even fluorescent lighting or natural light when I was at work and stuff, people didn't notice the color transition. But I think even with the green, you can kind of get away with it. But you can see it doesn't make my eyes look massive, where normal contacts, like I said, almost give me the effect of doll eyes. I already don't even feel them on my eyes anymore. I did have an issue where I put one in and there was something under the lens. You will know if there is something under your lens. You will blink like crazy and it'll hurt. But really, they're super easy to put in. They're super comfortable. I would definitely give them an A on this category. I don't say A plus because they're not like the most perfect contacts in the world. But I think for the price, the coverage, because I mean, you can see in the actual pigmented area, I mean, it covers the brown. And so when you're in a less shockingly bright area and you can't see, I'm going to scoot back a bit, sorry. And you can't see the actual iris as much when your pupil is larger, it covers. It is extremely opaque. But having said that, they're not super thick contacts. They do have yearly contacts, but if you're sensitive at all, I wouldn't recommend getting those, because they are thicker is why they last longer, and you will feel them on your eye more. I'm not a fan of yearly lenses, but I do really like the 3-month because of having sensitive eyes, because these will last a really long time if you take care of them. And definitely, I would recommend if you're going to wear them, put them on before you put on your makeup, because you do not want to get anything up under your lenses or have a dirty lens. And definitely always wash your hands and make sure they're completely dry before you put anything on. And I wouldn't even recommend drying them with a towel, just because if you get any little fibers or anything on your hands, it could actually be really bad, because I do it all the time. So let them air dry, you know, kind of just shake them off, and then just really, every time you take out your contacts, put them in a new cleaning solution and put them in a new, if you keep them in a saline solution. Personally, I use a solution that is actually a peroxide solution that is used in this little container, and it's by Bosch & Lomb, so it all comes together. But you can actually see what it is it has 2 compartments, and one is marked right and the other has a heart on it. So you can always put your like right contact in your right eye and your left contact in your left eye, because you do have different bacteria in your eyes and you can actually infect your own eye. So don't do that. Always, like I said, wash your hands. If your hands are dirty, you can also really get an eye infection. And I mean, that's no joke. If you get a serious enough infection, you can actually lose your eyesight. So it's not worth it. Just do those simple steps. Take them out every night. Peroxide solution that I use, I really like. I fill it up to the line up here, and there's actually a little metal piece in the base right here. You have to wait 6 hours before you can actually put them in your eye. Little metal piece inside neutralizes the harshness of the peroxide towards more of a saline solution. This is your same case to store them as well. So it keeps them nice and hydrated. So that's really all I can really think to tell you about these. If you have any other questions or you'd like to see something else, please let me know. Let me know if you use these contacts, what you think of them below. Check out Eurasia Nikki. She's hilarious, and she's got a ton of really awesome and helpful reviews. I will let you guys know when I get my other products and start doing some more reviews. Thanks, guys.